Hello everyone, welcome back to Chinmoyee's Biology channel, and today we are here back with a new episode of Conservation of Plants and Animals. So this is part 3 and today only we are completing this lesson. So let's get started. So today we are going to complete this lesson, that is we are going to learn about wildlife sanctuary, we are going to learn about national parks, red data book, migration and recycling of paper. We will also learn all these things in detail. So you need to stay tuned and you need to subscribe to my channel because many more interesting topics and many more upcoming lessons are going to come as per your curriculum. So you need to stay tuned, subscribe to my channel and share it with all your friends. So let's get started with today's episode. So let's start with today's main topic, that is wildlife sanctuary. So soon Paheli he saw a board that is Panchmari Wildlife Sanctuary written on it. So if you have gone through the previous videos, you will know that we have already dealt with all the flora, fauna, endemic species and biosphere reserve in the Panchmari biosphere reserve. Okay, so there only we are finding a board which is on which it is written that Panchmari Wildlife Sanctuary. So Professor Ahmed explains that wildlife sanctuary is what? Where the killing and poaching or capturing animals in general is strictly prohibited and a punishable offense by law in all such places. Now, wildlife sanctuaries like reserve forests, they provide protection and suitable living conditions to wild animals. He also tells them that people living in wildlife sanctuaries are allowed to do certain activities such as grazing their livestock, collecting medicinal plants, firewood, etc. Right? So these people who are living in the wildlife sanctuaries, they are allowed to do these activities. They are allowed to graze their livestock, collect medicinal plants as well as firewood from this wildlife sanctuaries. Okay. So let us see in this box what is written. Some of the threatened wildlife animals like black buck, white-eyed buck, elephant, golden cat, pink-headed duck, gharial, marsh crocodile, python, rhinoceros, etc. are protected and preserved in our wildlife sanctuaries. Okay, so Indian sanctuaries have unique landscapes. They have broad level of forests, mountain forests and bushlands in details of in deltas of big rivers. Okay, so they are having bushlands also in deltas of big rivers. Now, so there are some threatened animals also who are we are trying them to preserve in these wildlife sanctuaries protected. Okay, so it is a pity that even protected forests are not safe because people living in the neighborhood, they encroach upon them and they are trying to destroy them. So this is our human beings only who are destroying this protected forests also. So children are reminded to visit to the zoo and they recall the zoos where the places are receive protection, right? So what is the difference between a zoo and a wildlife sanctuary? So you can see that in wildlife sanctuaries, these people are allowed to graze their livestock, collect medicinal plants, firewood and all, but in zoo you are not allowed to do that. So now here another good activity is there. You are supposed to visit your nearby zoo, observe the conditions provided to the animals where they are and where they are suitable for the animals, and can the animals live in the artificial setting. So you can see in the zoo the snakes, the crocodiles, hippopotamus, all the animals are living in the artificial setting. Elephant and all, there is a setting done like that of a forest. So leopards, tigers, lions also, are they quite happy or are they able to live in that kind of artificial setting? So you are to find out that after visiting your nearby zoo. Okay, so now we will move on to so instead of the natural habitats, how they are staying in that zoo. Your opinion, will the animals be comfortable in the zoo in their or in their natural habitat? So just you should write a note on this. You should visit the zoo and you should write your opinion about what you feel. Now we will move on to national park. Here comes national park. So on the roadside there was another board on which it was written Satpura National Park. So children are now eager to go there. Now Madhavji tells them that these reserves are very large and diverse enough to protect whole set of ecosystem. They preserve the flora and fauna, landscape, historic objects of an area. Now Satpura National Park is the first reserve forest in India. So what is the first reserve forest of India? That is the Satpura National Park. The finest Indian teak is found in this forest, right? There are more than 100 national parks in India. So there are more than 100 national parks in India. Now, rock shelters are also found in Satpura National Park. These are the evidences of prehistoric human life in these jungles, and these give us an idea of the life of primitive people. Now, rock paintings are also found in these shelters. A total of 55 rock shelters have been identified in the Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. So, total 100 national parks are there in India. In this Satpura National Park, there are rock shelters. These rock shelters are having rock paintings which are having, we can say that these are ancient paintings from the primitive people. Now, figures of animals, men fighting, hunting, dancing, playing musical instruments are depicted in these paintings. So, many tribals still live in this area. This is very important, right? So, there from these scripts, these figures, paintings, we can decipher that these are the people these are the places where the tribals used to stay. Now, also many tribes are staying there. Now, as children move ahead, they see Satpura Tiger Reserve written on it. Madhavji explains that the Project Tiger was launched by the government of India to protect the tigers of the country. So, the objective is to ensure the survival and the maintenance of tiger population in the country. So, their main aim was to protect and to maintain the tiger population in our country. So this is Project Tiger. So if anybody is asking you a question, what is Project Tiger, you can say that it is a project launched by the government to protect ensure the survival and maintenance of tiger population in our country, right? Now, are tigers still found in the forest? I hope I can see a tiger. So, they are quite curious. They want to see the tiger. So, tiger is one of the many species which are slowly disappearing from our forests. But the Satpura Tiger Reserve, it is trying to increase the population of tigers. It has been seen here. So, once upon a time, animals like lions, elephants, wild buffaloes and Barasingha were found in Satpura National Park. Okay, so animals, those number are diminishing to a level that might face the extinction, which are known as endangered species. Okay, so they are now very less also in this Satpura National Park, and so that is almost they are about to face extinction, and so they are also called endangered species. So Buju reminded us of the dinosaurs which became extinct a long time ago. Okay, so survival of some of the animals has become very difficult because of the disturbances in the natural habitat. Okay, Professor Ahmed tells them that in order to protect plants and animals, strict rules are imposed in all national parks. So it's very difficult now to protect all this animals because these are becoming extinct, because all the people nearby only, they are still trying to enter these reserved parks, national parks, and trying to kill this animal. So human activities such as grazing, poaching, hunting, capturing animals, and collection of firewood and medicinal plants, it has only destroyed this. So it is not at all allowed here. So it has been restricted. Okay, so are only big animals facing extinction? So there must be a question that are only big animals like Barasingha, you can see this is the Barasingha, this is the wild buffalo. So are these bigger animals facing extinction? So what is Madhavji telling to us? Let us see that. So Madhavji tells Paheli that small animals are much more in danger of becoming extinct than bigger animals like we kill snakes, frogs, lizards, bats, owls ruthlessly and without realizing their importance in ecosystem. So these are being killed by us only without realizing that they are also very much important in our ecosystem. So by killing them, we are only harming ourselves. So before killing a lizard, before killing a bat, owl, snake, frog, just think that we are all damaging our ecosystem only. So they might be small in size, but their role in ecosystem cannot be ignored. They form part of food chains and food web. So they are all part of food chain and food web. So what is an ecosystem? An ecosystem is made of all the plants and animals and microorganisms in an area, along with the non-living components such as climate, soil and river deltas. Okay, an ecosystem is made up of all the plants, animals and microorganisms in an area, along with the non-living components such as climate, soil and river deltas. Okay, so living along with the non-living substances is called the ecosystem. Now, I wonder if there is any record of all this endangered species. Yes, now what did Professor Emmett explain that about the Red Data book for children? So he tells that Red Data book is the source book which keeps a record of all endangered animals and plants. So what is Red Data book? It is maintained internationally by an organization. India also maintains a Red Data book for plants and animals which are found in India. So this is what is about the Red Data book. Okay, now we will move to migration. So now what is migration? Now this the excursion party, they enter the deeper part of the forest under the guidance of Madhavji. So he was only taking the kids to for the forest this visit. They sit near the Tawa reservoir to relax for some time. Paheli observes some of the birds near the river. So Madhavji, what he is telling? He is telling that children, these are migratory birds. These birds have flown here from other parts of the world. Now these migratory birds fly to far areas every year during a particular time and during climatic changes. So they fly here for laying eggs. As the weather in their natural habitat becomes very cold and inhospitable, so birds who cover long distances to reach another land are known as migratory birds. So these are the birds who are migrating from other parts of the world. They are coming here to lay eggs, and because the weather here is not cold and is quite hospitable, because they are coming from very cold regions of the world. Okay, so these are migration or migratory birds. Now recycling of the paper. Now Professor Ahmed draws attention of the children to another cause of deforestation. He is telling that it takes 17 full grown trees to make 1 ton of paper only. So therefore we should save paper. Professor Ahmed also tells that paper can be recycled 5 to 7 times for use. So whatever paper we are using, there are recycling factories where they can be recycled. So each student saves at least 1 sheet of paper a day. We can save many trees a year. So we should save, reuse the paper and recycle it. So reuse and recycle should be our motto. But by this we not only save the trees, but we also save energy and water needed for manufacturing paper. Okay, so moreover, the amount of harmful chemicals used in paper making mill will also be reduced. Okay, so we are not only saving the trees for getting cut for paper making industries, but we are also saving the chemicals which are used in paper making will also be reduced, right? So we can say that what would happen if there is no wood? Is there any alternative of wood? I know that paper is one of the most important products, but we get them from forests. But is there any alternatives for paper? And is there any permanent solution for this problem? So there is no alternative for paper till now, but we can reuse and recycle the paper 7 to 8 times so that we can protect our trees as well. And is there any permanent solution for deforestation? Yes, we can reforest. There is reforestation is there, right? So Professor Ahmed suggests that the answer to deforestation is reforestation, that is restocking of the destroyed forest by planting new trees, and the planting of new trees should generally be the same species what have been destroyed or what have been cut down. So we should plant at least as many as trees we have cut down. So gradually reforestation is happening, and if reforested area is left undisturbed, it establishes it re-establishes itself. Okay, so in natural reforestation there is no role of human beings. Okay, we have already caused tremendous damage to our environment. Now if we have to retain our green wealth for future generation, plantation of trees is very much important. And Professor Ahmed also told them that in India we have Forest Conservation Act as well. So this act is aimed at preservation and conservation of natural forests and meeting the basic needs of people living in the near forest. Okay. So after some rest, Madhavji asks the children to start heading back, and it is not advisable to stay in the jungle after sunset. So they all started to move back. On getting back, Professor Ahmed and the children, they all thanked Madhavji for guiding them through this exciting experience. So today we have learned so many things. So today now we are at the end of this lesson. So what did we learn today? We have learned today about wildlife sanctuary, about national park, about red data book, migration and recycling of paper. So in this full lesson, in this full 3 episodes of conservation of plants and animals, I have taught you many things. So please go through all the episodes. Please do subscribe to my channel because I'll be uploading more videos. If you are seeing my content, if you are subscribing to my channel and you are not skipping my videos, if you read and go through my full lesson, I'll be motivated to teach in a very good and systematic manner as I try a lot. So stay tuned, stay updated and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to share it with your friends. And if you're having any doubts, any queries, please do write in my comment box. Okay, goodbye and thank you.